It's nice to see you back on the Coin Lady channel. In this video, we examine the breaking story of whether or not XRP will be able to reach the moon. Correct responses below. 3 hints have been revealed by U.S. attorney and crypto law pioneer John Deaton, who will make his major statement later today. Earlier this week, Deaton hinted on Twitter that he would be making a major announcement today, September 22nd. Many members of the XRP community have reached out to attorney Deaton for advice in anticipation of the post's big announcement. When famous XR fan Juglins 2.0 pushed Deaton for details about the announcement, he eventually offered 3 hints. Is there any way to obtain a sneak peek at what tomorrow's announcement might be about? John Deaton, an XRP supporter, had a question. The pro-XRP attorney replied that the image of the XRP ledger or the Ethereum piece that he had referred to in the tweet was at the center of the news. The first clue was an image showing Deaton studying documents. The contents of the paperwork were obscured, but XRP enthusiasts speculated that they may be connected to the ongoing 60V Ripple dispute. If what we've heard is true, Dean might be giving us some major new information on the case later on today. Attorney Deaton, acting as an amicus curiae for thousands of intervening pollers, has played a significant role in the case. With the Deacon's help, the 8-wave case against the SEC was only partially successful. The second clue suggested that the news might have anything to do with XRPL. Notably, XRPL is a public, distributed ledger that plays a vital role in the XR points system. If Deaton's remark appears on the XRPL, the cryptocurrency industry may hear from him with up-to-date information on the leading blockchain platform. Keep in mind that Deaton rarely gives his opinion on current technology. The 6UVI Ripple litigation has been the primary topic of his Bitcoin tweets. Keep in mind that prominent figures in the cryptocurrency space, like as Deaton, have had a lengthy discussion over the Ethereum. Sure, me too. Stephen N. Irayoff's work follows this. Before and after the ICO, an early Ethereum advisor voiced concern over the potential segment population. It is hard to know how many people invested in Ethereum's ICO since, according to Irayoff, the company broke the terms of the sale. After Niraj's claim, Deaton said he was seeking to have the original Ethereum advisor appear on his crypto law TV show. Later today, lawyer Deaton will likely reveal that Irayoff will be a guest on a future episode of the show. Dean is expected to make a major statement soon, but its particular contents are unclear at this time. However, numerous members of the XRP community have chosen to remain silent until the top lawyer makes the important announcement later today. In accordance with prior agreements. On X, a photo of Garland House outside the SEC headquarters was tweeted alongside the comment that Gensler did not invite them in. Garland House claimed he had to take a photo in front of the Secretary of State's office while visiting the nation's capital. No, Jared Gensler did not extend an invitation. This is the second time that Ripple Labs and the SEC have gone to court over the same dispute, and the second time that the SEC has moved to reverse a judge's ruling. The SEC stated in a court filing that the judge is fit for duty and that the situation merited the review of a federal appeals court. In an interview with Bloomberg, Garland expressed his dissatisfaction with the case and the SEC's strategy. He stated that more than $100 million has already been spent on the legal battle, highlighting Ripple's displeasure with the procedure. When asked about Gensler's and his pessimistic outlook on Bitcoin in a Bloomberg interview, Garland House famously remarked, "Gary Gensler is a hammer and everything looks like a nail." Millions of investors were instantly impacted by the bankruptcy of huge companies as Kelsey US Network, Voyager Digital, FTX, and others last year, drawing the attention of regulators. Since then, crypto supporters and doubters alike have waited for favorable legislation to pass. Ripple's CEO, Brad Garland House, is riding high after the company's partial triumph and thought now was the time to lead a delegation of top executives to Washington, D.C., to lobby on the high-stakes crypto bill before Congress. U.S. District Judge Annalisa Torres issued a summary judgment order on July 13, 2023, effectively greenlighting Ripple's commercial operations throughout the U.S. The ruling affirmed that the company did not break U.S. securities law by releasing bonus tokens on cryptocurrency exchanges. At the same time that the SEC is requesting leave to appeal this decision. There's talk of a trial by jury starting as early as the second quarter of 2024. It cleared the way for Ripple's re-entry into the U.S. market. Okay, Bro Vice President Rob Grant and Chief Legal Officer Stuart Alderodi are also participating in talks with Congress, which are being led by Brad Garlinghouse. As Garlinghouse has pointed out, it is impossible to achieve regulatory clarity without talking to the legislators who are presenting the measures themselves. A number of Democrats on the committee opposed the initial proposal to reform the banking industry's treatment of cryptocurrency holdings. They worry that the plan's disproportionate focus on the cryptocurrency industry will encourage fraud and other financial shenanigans. With Senator Elizabeth Warren's new Digital Asset Anti-Money Laundering Act, which has the support of 9 senators, attitudes have changed, prompting concerns about the impact on Bitcoin and institutional participation in the crypto market. The trip to the nation's capital was a turning point in Ripple's strategy for the American market as a whole. Rip's new appearance is bold. Before the SEC case, interactions between companies and their US-based clients and business associates were impeded. The triumph has lifted the company's spirits, and they are ready to regain the market with a fresh perspective and new strategies. Among the major pieces of legislation being considered are the Clarity for Payment Stable Coins Act of 2023 and the amended Financial Innovation and Technology for the 21st Century Act. The latter measures are getting support from U.S. lawmakers, and they, along with Ripple as the industry leader and all crypto regulatory challenges, will drive this dialogue and pave the way for future adoption. The Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC) reportedly ramped up its efforts to launch a mid-case appeal against Ripple after the historic XR verdict. In this case, which was initiated in December of 2020, it is alleged that by making XRP available to ordinary investors on many cryptocurrency exchanges, Ripple may have breached securities regulations. However, the SEC has been very vocal about how XRP violates federal securities rules because it is a security. Despite previous denials, Ripple has now produced a paper arguing that the SEC has not presented sufficient grounds for appealing the case. The SEC submitted a response to the case on Friday, September 8, highlighting its significance and arguing that the concerns presented by the recent judgment are precisely the kinds of thorny legal problems that drove Congress to establish for interlocutory review cases of the same nature. But appeals at intermediate stages of a proceeding should be rare. The SEC appealed a ruling by United States District Judge Annalisa Torres on July 13 that found that while Ripple did violate federal securities law in its sale of extra institutional investors, the company did not violate federal securities law on its sale of XRP to retail investors. Another SEC file, another false shift after years of its chairman declaring that the rules are plain and must be followed, is what Chief Legal Officer Stuart Alderodi had to say in response to the recent SEC filing Ripple's. The SEC is now making demands, and those expectations must be met. Now the SEC wants an appeal to sort out these thorny legal issues. The need for transparency and clarity in the regulatory approach to the cryptocurrency business is underscored in an Alterity statement, which raises concerns about the sexist mindset that has been inconsistently addressed. While the legal battle between Ripple and the SEC continues, it is now up to Judge Annalisa Torres to rule on the appeal request. If she agrees to the gender's request, the matter will move to the Second Circuit Court of Appeals, where the crypto community will watch with bated breath to see how this landmark legal battle unfolds. Chage predicts that XRP might be worth $500.50 by the time he's 24 years old. Given its current market position, this is an astounding number. However, in the eyes of XRP's advocates, it reflects the currency's enormous potential. The model also predicted that it might surpass Bitcoin and Ethereum in terms of market value if extra, especially if she's such a significant increase. An outcome of this magnitude would be unprecedented and may significantly alter the cryptocurrency industry. It must be emphasized, however, that this is just hypothetical and not meant to serve as investment guidance. XRP futures could be affected by a number of factors including legislative actions, technological advancements, and market sentiment. However, there are always surprises to be found in the Bitcoin market. While there are many challenges facing Europe, from ongoing legal problems to widespread adoption, none are insurmountable. Its supporters still have faith. The war ended today. Help me out by subscribing and giving me a like. We'll talk again soon.